Hey Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, all placements in between. So if you have Gemini in your chart, this could be for you, all right? So make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel here. Make sure to follow me on my TikTok, the Cap Energy, all right? So the card that just flew out was the Sun. So I feel like right off the bat, Spirit wants you to relax here, okay? It wants you to, like, I feel like you've been really working pretty hard here to make sure that you're taken care of with your stability and all these things. And I feel like the divine wants you to slow down because the divine wants to give you something. Okay, like a gift of some sort. This could be a physical gift from somebody. This could be just a spiritual gift. Um, but it's going to show up when you least expect it in some way, shape, or form. All right, Gemini placements. Okay, so if you have Gemini anywhere in your chart, this could be for you. All right, if this landed on your For You page. All right, so what does the creator have for my Geminis here? Because I feel like people may assume that this is going on with you, but it's actually the opposite of it, if that makes sense. Okay, I feel like you share your happiness with like yourself and only yourself as of lately. I feel like because there's something about understanding how that works and how you can protect yourself. Okay, yeah, justice. So I feel like you've been cutting out a lot of toxicity in your life, a lot of toxic energies, and I feel like you feel a lot better overall. Okay, but there's this energy where you may feel all the moves you've been making, is it even paying off? You may have that worry from time to time because you're so involved in the collective. It may be like the job you work at is like you involves you being part of a group of people or something like that. So it may be kind of wearing on you in something, in some way, shape, or form. So, um, okay. So, yeah, we have a Three of Cups. So there may be some type of celebrations you've been having. Maybe you've been going out more. Here, Gemini, you could be going out more, celebrating with new friends, newfound friends, or friends that are just loyal to you in some way, shape, or form. I feel like this is the approach that you need to have for the rest of this month and the rest of this year. Okay, because there may be little slight worries about, is this all going to pay off in the long run, type of thing, and you need to just celebrate more here. Okay, because this is the first house. Your first house is how you approach everything, how you see everything, how you view everything, and how others view you. Okay, depending on what you put out, they view you that way. Does that make sense? It's also your physical appearance. Okay, this is your independence. So I feel like you're more independent than you were maybe 3 months ago or 3 weeks ago or even 3 days ago. Maybe on a personal level, you just feel more free, or like even a financial level. Maybe you're in an environment where you could be yourself now and things of that nature, but there's still that worry that may come in. Okay, all that toxicity, all these stepping out of your comfort zone. I just feel like expansion has been a big thing for you, Gemini. Okay, it's important to expand in every way. Okay, yeah, we have the Nine of Swords. As I mentioned, you may be worried about finances or something because the second house is finances, your self worth and your self love. It's personal belongings. Okay, and it's facing this Three of Cups. Okay, so yeah, I feel like you're like you'll like enjoy yourself from time to time, but then you'll have your bad days. You'll have your bad days, and it'll wear on you. Okay, maybe because you're so involved with other people. Okay, this could just, I feel like a lot of these emotions and thoughts at times, a good half of about half of them are not even really your emotions or your thoughts. Okay, um, because you may work with people that don't operate in the same type of emotional level as you, energetic level as you. Okay, so it's important not to overwork yourself. It's almost like an energy of mental exhaustion in some way, shape, or form here. Okay, and Nine of Swords is an energy of not allowing something to end, holding on to something, right? um Rethinking, regrouping, like, did I even make the right move? I could have, done this instead of that, kind of thing. It could be, that's what I feel like it can creep in from time to time into your thought process. Okay, I feel like you'd be dealing with intrusive thoughts a lot. Okay, about all these moves you've been making that's bettering your life in some way, shape, or form, and there's these intrusive thoughts that convince you that you shouldn't have done that or something like that. Okay. Yeah, we have the high priestess here in the third house. The third house is your thoughts, your communication, your mind. All right. It's secondary family. So some of y'all could have kids here. Some of y'all could have at least 2 kids. All right. And that may be the reason why you're mentally worn down. Maybe you're co-parenting with somebody else that you're no longer with. Like if you're in that type of situation. All right. That's what I'm seeing here. It's kind of like you have your good days, you have your bad days, Gemini, I feel like. But expansion is paying off, okay? You continue to remain open to everything, even if you're uncertain about certain things, okay? So it's always important to be open. It's always important to trust your intuition and follow your heart, okay? No matter what your intrusive thoughts tell you, okay? It's easy to fall into that pattern, right? That's what I feel here. We have the Magician here in the fourth house of family, home, and the emotions, ancestors, okay? You may be dealing with some type of manipulation from other people or one person here. This person can be a fire sign, or it could be a water sign too. It could be a Cancerian or an air, a Libra even, or a Capricorn. Okay, don't have to be those energies. Take what resonates here, but that's what I'm picking up here. You may be dealing with some type of manipulation or some people trying to emotionally manipulate you. Okay, like maybe there's like a lack of communication somewhere here, I feel like. Yeah, we have the Hierophant in the fifth house of your life purpose, your higher self, your vitality, okay? This is romance dating. So I just feel like your purpose, your path is very much involves others a lot of the time, okay? Based on your intellect, based on your mind, based on your ideas that you have. I just feel like you're the leader of the group. You're the leader in a group setting and like at your job or something. Like you're the leader of it. Because people, I feel like, expect you to show up a lot, Gemini. You have to like show up. Even if you don't want to show up, you have to show up. Does that make sense? It's almost like this energy of like I mentioned, exhaustion. But there's so much pressure that you feel from others, and you feel like you have to live up to it in some way, shape, or form. And that's why I feel like you may be celebrating more, just to kind of like alleviate that energy or transmute it. Okay, because there's something about your energy that is leading the group. You're a leader, like you're in a leadership type position because of your knowledge, your wisdom, you have experience. You're experiencing something here, like a career, a skill set, a talent, something like that. Okay, you speak very well. Like there's something about your speech, the way you care, how you say things, how you articulate yourself. It's very impressive. Like, you could have been recently hired for some type of job or something because of that experience, because you've had previous experience in this field of work, whatever this is, right? But it's just a lot like where you have to show up, and a lot is expected of you, Gemini. Okay, and sometimes you may not get opportunities to rest that much because you are expected to be at the top of your game a lot, Gemini. Okay, that's what I feel like. You feel that pressure, you have to do it. Otherwise, everything else falls apart. That's kind of like the thing you need to work on. Are you feeling like one bad day doesn't mean a bad life, okay? It doesn't mean like a bad move or a bad decision, okay? That's the kind of thing you have just to clear that thought pattern, that negative thought pattern when stuff happens like that, okay? So yeah, Six of Pentacles, I mentioned you have to really show up for others. You have to like balance those scales, okay? Your dynamics in relationships, especially when it comes to at work, okay? The sixth house deals with work, your job, your routine, your health, your sense of self-improvement. So self-improvement is key. Having a good routine of some sort will keep you organized, will keep you structured, will keep your energy from overexhausting itself. Okay, it'll keep you in a place where it's like putting a schedule on your energy. Does that make sense? Like from this time, I'll log off my phone, I'll shut my phone off. or I'll log off social media at this time. Things like having things like that can really help. Okay. Having a time window for people, so they know when not to talk to you or connect to you, because you're going to be winding down or resting. Okay. That's very important right now, Gemini, because you just feel the pressure of the world. You feel the pressure of your job. You feel the pressure to, you have to show up because of your experience, because of your knowledge, because of your wisdom. And you may be getting paid pretty good here too. I feel like you may be getting paid pretty good money, or at least compared to others, others that probably wish they were in your position in some way, shape, or form. All right. Yeah, we have the Six of Cups here in the seventh house of one-on-one relationships, business partnerships. Okay, it's facing towards the Six of Pentacles here. So again, how much you share your energy here. Self-care is a big thing for you, Gemini. That's important to have that. Have a self-care routine. All right, because it's like you're going to receive some type of gift, or you receive things. You're more receptive when you have self-care routines there. You'll be more receptive of what the divine wants you to receive. Okay, whatever they want to give you. I feel like they want to give you something here. As I mentioned even before the cards came out, this Six of Cups here, this person is giving something to this other person right here. There's like something that's being passed down to you in some way, shape, or form. Maybe maybe it's gratitude. Maybe you're receiving more like gratitude from others. Maybe you're receiving recognition or accolades or something. This could be a past lover too. Okay. That could be kind of making some of these things difficult. Does that make sense? All right. Could be toxic family, could be toxic exes, toxic former toxic friends, whatever the case is here. Okay. It's just, there's this energy of you're not as giving as you used to be to people that don't really deserve that energy. Okay. It's important not to lower your vibration, Gemini. Okay. For the rest of this month, especially, and the rest of the year, don't not lower your vibration. You don't have to be involved in things you don't have to be involved in. If you have a choice, don't be involved in it. Your best choice is not to be involved in it, Gemini, okay? That'll be your best bet. Yeah, we have the Hangman here in the 8th house. And the 8th house is spiritual growth, evolution, change, endings, inheritance, all right? So again, you're going to realize some things here. You're going to receive something, I feel like, with this Hangman here. The Hangman, the man has like a little light on his head here. It's going to be some type of shift energetically here. Another, like, you're going through another one, because it is a 12. So maybe this could have been happening for the last 12 weeks, even a year, 12 days, something about number 12 significant here. Okay. I feel like because there's a lot of red and blue here. So there's a lot of balancing masculine and feminine energy. Knowing you don't have to be involved in everything, Gemini, that's the biggest thing, I feel like. Especially when you're happy, like you have some good news, it's important to just keep that to yourself sometimes. Like, nobody needs to know all the good news. Not everybody needs to know what you got going on. I feel like there's a lot of moving parts here, Gemini. There's like a lot of things you're getting in order, building something, maybe literally. Maybe you're an architect or something, you design buildings or whatever. But there's just something, symbolically here speaking, like you're building something, and you don't want like any unwarranted energy in this, like, accomplishments and this growth, because I feel like this is transformational type energy to you, Gemini. You've been transforming, you've been excited about this transformation, but it's like you've learned to withhold that every little accomplishment you have, every level up you have, you just have it to yourself. And that's benefiting you a lot, I feel like, okay? Knowing that you don't have to be involved is the biggest lesson you have learned or will learn, okay? Or you will learn here very soon that not having to be involved is the best thing, okay? Yeah, we have as I mentioned, that we have this card here. It's in the 9th house of the divine, your belief systems, step out of one's comfort zones, optimism, okay? Open-mindedness. So yeah, I just feel like you are being protected. Okay, you are being this approach that you have now by not being involved in every little single thing that goes on with others and not sharing your good news all the time is protecting you. And that's spirit's way of kind of changing your view on when you receive blessings. Nobody really needs to know that. Like, you deserve just to enjoy that on your own. Does that make sense? Because I know you want to share, Gemini. There's a party that just wants to share that, and because you like to share that. But I think sometimes you get to this point where you overshare. Okay, I feel like you've learned not to overshare things as of lately. Okay, or at least that's what you're finding out now in some way, shape, or form. Like, you're learning that oversharing actually doesn't help you. Not just keeping it to yourself helps you more. All right. Yeah, we have the Four of Pentacles. So in the 10th house, uh, your career, professional destiny, status in society, the past. Okay, I just feel like there was times where you wish you shouldn't have shared anything. I feel like, okay, there's something about you wish you shouldn't have shared certain things with certain people at the time that maybe could have been avoided. And that's what I feel like this is Nine of Swords is, because it's like, I knew I shouldn't have shared that. Why did I share that? Oh man, I wasn't thinking straight. Why? How can I be so foolish or something? But you don't beat yourself up over that, Gemini. You know now. You know better. That's all that matters. You learned the lesson. You know better not to do that now. That's all that matters. Okay, but you see the benefits now, though. Like you not sharing every little bit of information, personal accomplishments, everything that's just very close to you, because Gemini is the third house, and that's communication. So that's what you guys are. You're the communicators. You like to conversate. Sometimes your conversations kind of have to be at a minimum sometimes, and you can't be sharing important details. Okay, that's what you've been learning. I feel like, yeah. We have the 10 of Wands in the 11th house. Your 11th house is unexpected change, unexpected events, acquaintances, social groups, how you work amongst a group of people. It's social media, it's technology. Okay, so yeah, I feel like you just not being involved. Like, I feel like you've learned to not be involved in every little thing. And you started with your self-care routine somewhere shape, having one of those in some way, shape, or form. Okay, having a self-care routine there. Okay, and instead of overloading your sensories here, overloading your energy on social media, you sign off. Like, you have a time, like, from this time, I'm just logging off, period. I'm just going to tend to myself, wind down, go out, celebrate with my friends, things like that. The close ones, the ones that you can trust, because I feel like a lot of people, Gemini. There's something about a lot of people. People that are probably well known, but it's like this energy where it's like, that person, how do you know them, kind of thing. It's like your energy, like people ask you that, like, how do you know them, type of thing. But it's important to not relay that, and how sometimes I feel like who your friends are and like why you know them. I feel like that stuff kind of is a little too personal. You don't need to be saying that. You don't need to be telling people those things. And I feel like you've learned that not to say that. Only to the people you trust. Okay, and that circle has changed a lot over this last several months. All right. Yeah, we have the Three of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like keeping things to yourself here is exactly what I was saying. This is to kind of confirm that. Three of Pentacles in the 12th house of spirit realm, spirituality, light behind closed doors, one's need for privacy and solitude. So yeah, I feel like you've been keeping your circle pretty small, Gemini. It's been like this thing where you just, don't be telling like everybody that's outside that circle. Okay. And that's something I feel like maybe like you may be dealing with, and you may be revealed a little things from the past, things that have already taken place maybe 10 months ago, 10 weeks ago or something, or 10 days ago. Like, you may be beating yourself up over something that you maybe shared a little too much, kind of thing. But when things don't work out, Gemini, it's definitely for a reason. I feel like you're starting to understand this quite a bit, okay? Because of this transformational, it's this thing with you being happy and not having to share it with everybody. You don't have to share everything. You know, it's okay to just have that for yourself, that happiness. Okay, like I feel that, Gemini. So because I feel like at times you wish you could have just shared, you just could have just kept certain blessings to yourself, certain good news to yourself, you know, who you shared your energy with. You know, there's this thing where you may be beating yourself up over like history with a certain person. You know, why did I open up to that person? This person knows me. This person still tries to manipulate me, you know, kind of thing. That's what I feel like you're going through. You may be going through some energy of immaturity from somebody else, okay? But it's like this energy of not to lower yourself to this person's vibration, this person's level, okay? All right, that's like what you're going through right now. And I feel like just continue to celebrate life here, Gemini, because the divine wants to give you something. They want to give you a gift or something. It's like you have to be still to receive it, though. You can't be like, oh, just everywhere and chasing it, okay, or thinking about it too much, you know. I feel like the divine wants to give you something, okay. It's going to be some type of spiritual gift, or it could be a physical gift, a tangible gift in some way, shape, or form, okay. Yeah, we have the death card at the very top of this tarot deck, which is the conscious mind. So yeah, like I mentioned, the transformational energy, that's what you're going through still. So give yourself some compassion, okay, because you are in a different place than you were then. So that's all that matters, okay. Yeah, we have the 5 of Wands. So I feel like you're not as involved, or you're being told not to be as involved in the collective as you are used to. During this transformational period, like you don't need to have everybody like in your auric field, your timeline, because there's going to be people that just see the growth there and they just want to, you know, with their own energy, their insecurities, their evil eye or whatever, they can just easily just, you know, wish you ill will or something, you know. So just not being overly involved here. I feel like you know how to deal with immaturity a lot better. Immaturity from others, just in general, whether it's at your work or people you used to associate with, things like that, okay? Because it's just like an energy. Everything is paying off, so continue to celebrate life. That's what you need to do. Just continue to celebrate life, Gemini. Everything's falling into place. You don't need to worry about anything. You've been doing a lot of the physical world stuff, like the 3D stuff, you know, making those moves, being assertive. Now it's time for the spiritual movement, the spiritual shifting, okay? It's like it's time to get spiritual, Gemini, I feel like, for you. It's a spiritual time for you to remove some type of blockages, okay? Energetic blockages. All right. Everything's coming into balance, Gemini, so you don't have to worry about that. Like everything doesn't always have to make sense all the time, you know. So this thing goes beyond the mind. This thing goes beyond the human mind, really. Okay. We are in Leo season still, so that's that Leo energy is the higher self. You know, that's the, you know, the 5th house is connected to the higher self. So it's about connecting to that energy, I feel like, for you. That will guide you. Your higher self will guide you through this whole thing. Even in the good days, the bad days, it will guide you, okay? So it's time to get spiritual, Gemini. All right, if you're not already doing that already, okay? All right, Gemini, that was your reading. Thank you all for being here. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel here. Make sure to follow me on my TikTok, thecapenergy. Contact me for reading it in my email, which I will put in the description box below. I'll put some of what I offer, the readings that I offer, and the rates in the description box. And if you're interested in anything else that I offer, because I offer quite a bit of readings, classes, and stuff like that, don't hesitate to reach out to me on my email that I will put in the description box. So, all right, y'all. Remember, the more you heal, the more you notice. Stay hydrated, stay safe, stay protected. I love y'all. Namaste.